What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is your girl, Queen Talks Crime, and I'm back with another video. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, comment down below if you have any comments, questions, or concerns. This is a rough video. Today is going to be a rough video. Y'all hanging out with your girl. Feel free to comment whatever you have to comment, okay? Disclaimer, you guys. Y'all already know this video is for educational entertainment purposes only. Also, I want to give a trigger warning. We are talking about a 20-month-old baby named Quinton Simon. So if babies are hard for you, like it is for me, but I can give you a hint, y'all. Don't sit and think about it. That helps, especially if you're going to be in this line of work, okay? But, yeah, so trigger warning, you guys. I'm irritated, y'all. But we're going to get into it. And you will know why I'm irritated. So, we have Quinton Simon. Who is baby Quinton Simon? Beautiful. When I say beautiful, gorgeous 20-month-old baby. Okay? He had 2 siblings. His grandmother was Billy Joe and her husband, Mr. Howell. Then you had Leilani and her boyfriend, which is his mother's Leilani. Okay? He was last seen October 5th in Savannah, Georgia. The last thing he had on was a Sesame Street shirt and black pants. Beautiful baby. Beautiful baby. So you have grandmother, Billy Joel, Mr. Howell, which is her husband, Leilani, her boyfriend. Okay? That's, we know for sure, was living in the home. All right? We're going to slow walk it. Okay? That's who's living in this home. Now, police believe he is likely deceased. Suspect is mother, Leilani Simon. No arrest or charges have been filed as of right now today, the 17th of October, 2022. Substantial evidence had to be found by the police or someone to assume that Quinton is deceased. To come out to the public on a press conference and say, until they told the family first, hey, we believe Quinton Simon is no longer here with us. And they came out and said to the public, we believe Quinton Simon is no longer here with us. Now, in order to get to that point, in order to say that you know, they did search the house a couple of times, drained the pool, things of that nature. So we don't know if they used aluminum, saw spatter on the walls, on the carpets, on the floors. They can even detect if when you try to clean up something. So we don't know if the crime occurred in the house, outside the house. We don't know. Okay? But they have to have some type of evidence to assume that Quinton is no longer here. So, let's do a little background. How did we get here? How did all of them get into the same home? Well, Leilani had lost custody of her children. And Grandma, Billy Joe, got custody of the babies. Okay? The older two children. Okay? And she allowed Leilani and boyfriend, which is the father of the younger baby, to stay at the home with them and the kids. So let's stop right there. Leilani lost custody of the kids. Grandma got custody of the kids. And she allowed her daughter, who lost custody of the kids. It had to be for a reason. Okay? They just don't take custody from parents for no reason. She allowed them to stay in the home. Am I hearing that correctly? Does that sound right to y'all? That already right there is a red flag to me. That's a red flag. But let's keep going. So, they have a babysitter, Diana, who was recommended by a church member. Okay? Said it, hey, there's a family that need help. They came to Diana. She said, sure, I will help babysit. So the babysitter had the children, all three, from sunup to sundown, Monday through Friday. When Diana would watch the babies, she would see bruises, even belt marks and bruises around the neck, on the body, multiple bruising on the children. She would text and call Billy Joe, and she would say whatever she would say, she would look into it, da-da-da-da. And after a while, as Diana kept on alerting Billy Joe, hey, I'm seeing this, and Billy Joe stopped responding. Another red flag. Uncertain when Diana alerted CPS or not. On one, I'm hearing conflicting information. If she did alert, I've seen an article that says she did alert. I don't know when and if she did, and I heard her say she didn't at the time. So I don't know if CPS was alerted or not. I can say she should have, in my opinion. When you saw those bruises, you should have. Because the Billy Joe had the perpetrator who was doing whatever to those kids who the kids weren't supposed to be around in the home with them. That's not safe. That's not, what was the point of them getting taken? And that's another reason why CPS does not like to give children to family members, because of this right here. They have, if somebody gets taken and the family member gets them, they get all access to those children. That's why this right here, this case right here, is a reason why CPS do not like giving children to family members. Because some will give them kids to the perpetrator. And in this case, Leilani is the perpetrator of getting the children taken. We don't know what because you know CPS tight-lipped. We don't know what she did. But you lost custody, and Billy Joe stepped up. Now, kicker here, Billy Joe lost her kids. She lost them. This is a big old family affair of losing and neglecting and likely abuse of kids. So y'all just in the business of losing your children. So Billy Joe, was you trying to live again, live over, try again with your grandkids? If that was what you was going to do, or if you was going to try to help your daughter not make the mistake you made, you shouldn't have had her in the home. That was a big no-no. Especially if you're going to travel for weeks and your husband going to be gone for weeks and she's there with the kids weeks on, weeks out at a time with those kids. Big no-no. Big no-no. You messed up and you knew you was wrong and you failed Billy Joe. Diana, you should have called CPS sooner. Because the article says that they don't have no evidence that's been called in recently for abuse. But who knows? Sometimes, a lot of times, CPS do not, they will lie to protect, the children. So, who knows? But if you did call CPS, Diana, thank you. If you didn't, shame on you. You should have. Because you told Billy Joe, and she obviously did nothing, and it was still being abused. And that's sad. Even while Diana was babysitting the kids, she was charging them $30 a day for the oldest two. The baby, the 5-month-old, was free. What daycare? What people doing that? So they was blessed with a decent babysitter that went very lenient on them with the charges and did the 5-month-old for free. For free. Okay? Baby, 5-month-old, free of charge. And not only was she giving them a big break, they will come back and ask to borrow the money. That's a sign of some type of issues, whether it's drug use, whatever, and y'all allegedly supposed to be working. something's going on. That's a red flag right there. I'm already charging you the least of the least, and you need to borrow the money back. Make it make sense. But that's what happened. That's exactly what happened. Let Diana report. That's not even a kicker. Kicker is, would she would babysit them? They would send no diapers and no formula. So you expect me, I'm already charging you the least of the least. I'm reporting to Billy Joe about bruises, and abuse. And you asking for the money back. And I'm having to purchase diapers and wipes and formula. Where they doing that at? Diana should have bowed out. And I get it. I love kids too. And I probably would have did the same thing. But at some point, something's wrong. You report it. Hey, I cannot watch the kids no more until you give me the proper things I need to take care of the children and deal with this abuse situation. Now, let's get to when Quinton went missing. He was last seen at 6 a.m. Diana got a text from Leilani about 5:30 saying, "Oh, I don't need you to watch the kids today." All right, Diana's like, "Okay, cool. I'm getting a day off." Then, Leilani's boyfriend texts Diana at 9 a.m. asking if she's seen Quinton. So Diana and her daughter, they come run over there panicking immediately like, what's going on? I didn't watch the kids today. I don't know if boyfriend got the memo or he's in on this plot, how they was rocking things that morning. I don't know. But that alerted Diana something's wrong. Because I don't have the kids today, so why would I be seeing them? Is there a loss of communication between Leilani and boyfriend? I don't know. So when Diana went over there and her daughter to help look for little Quinton, they told her no. We don't need you. They asked to search in the house. No, they refused to let them search in the house. You know how babies like to get into crevices of things. She said she know, likely where Quinton likes to hide. They didn't want her to help search. Red flags all over the place. Diana asked Leilani, have you called the police yet? Leilani said no. She ain't called no police. So the police wasn't even alerted or on the way. So then it was reported that Leilani called at 9:40. So what was y'all doing those 40 minutes from when boyfriend texts Diana? Diana goes straight there until 9:40 when you call the cops. What's going on? And then what's going on from 5:30 when you told Diana you didn't want her, you shouldn't need to watch the kids, all the way up to 9 a.m. Are y'all disposing of evidence? Driving to drop evidence off? Including a baby? We the people want to know. What was you doing in those hours? Y'all. Allegedly, they say a door was left open. Who really knows? But that has been said. The mama said she left the door open, or someone left the door open. She thinks someone came in and kidnapped the baby. But obviously something went wrong with that story when the police searched, because they say they got, they presuming the baby's dead and mom is prime suspect. So they found something up in there, whether it was DNA, fibers, blood, spatter, whatever they found, they presumed that baby as deceased. And they are looking for remains at this time. The grandparents were allegedly at work So when they got home and they getting word of it, Billy Joe barges down to Diana's home and accuses her. They go back and forth yelling, accusing her of having something to do with Quinton being missing. Billy Joe, you knew and know what was going on in your household with the abuse. Was this some type of show or game to try to pin this on Diana or something to make her a suspect? Because you later came out and said that your daughter told you she hurt Quinton. See, all of y'all are liars. All of y'all are evil. Evil and liars. You came out and said the daughter told you she did it, but then you go attack verbally Diana? Make that make sense. Make that make sense. Now, what was the motive? What was the motive here? So we do know that the kids were being abused. Belt marks around the neck. I don't even know how you do that unless you wrapping it and trying to choke the child. I mean, I don't even know how you will get belt marks around the neck unless you are tying it. Belt marks, belt bruises, bruises on the children. So, did you go too far and Quinton didn't wake up when you did that to him? Is that an option? Were you mad at the grandparents for the eviction of you and your boyfriend and your children? By the way, Billy Joe, quick question. Why were the kids' name on the eviction and you got custody of the other two children? Was you finna give up your rights or something? We the people just want to know. Because, you know, you lie so much. Did you have something you was about to do in the works? That didn't make sense to me. Was you giving up your grandkids? We the people want to know. Because if you got custody, why are they on the eviction list? When those two weren't supposed to be there anyway. Anyway, just a question. Leilani, did you hate the baby because of his father, whoever he was, that he's unknown? So, did you hate him? Because she have hated the baby because of the dad. And there are some people out there that do. So, could that be an option? She had him because of that? Or maybe that was grandma's favorite. I mean, there's plenty of options and motives out here. Reasonings, you know. It's sad, but it is. I mean, to be honest, there doesn't even need to be a reason, rhyme or reason. Some people are just freaking evil, and they can take a life and feel nothing. And that was another thing I heard that struck the officers wild, because she was so distant, have no emotion, didn't pretty much. That's another thing that stuck to them, and they likely knew the baby is gone. She don't have nothing for him. Nothing. So imagine a 20-month-old living in a home where he is not loved, where he is abused and bruised up. Imagine it. No love, except for when you go to the babysitters. That's the only love they got. And I'm glad that he got that little love before he was taken away. And I want to say something real quick before we go. Everyone knew what was going on in their house. Everyone knew. Stepdaddy, Billy Joe, boyfriend, Leilani. All of y'all knew. So all of y'all need to be locked the hell up. Locked up for association and with abuse. Y'all need to go down. Period. And y'all did nothing to save the kids. And Billy Joe, they was in your custody, so you definitely are responsible. You're responsible for allowing a person that was taken, you were responsible for protecting those kids. You was responsible for protecting the children. When you allowed her to come in the house, automatically you messed up. You messed up right there by allowing her to come in that home. You broke it right there. You are responsible. You are the responsible person for that baby. You definitely should go down just like Leilani. Boyfriend, you too. You saw, I know, the bruises. Grandpa, you too. Everybody that knew and did nothing need to go down. Need to go down. Period. The baby at this point was just born into evil. Quinton Simon was born into evil. And DHS, Department of Human Services, CPS, have the other two children as of now. Thank God. But Quinton Simon was born into evil. Y'all pray for Quinton. Rest his soul. Queen signing off. Peace.
You